Good morning. It is Friday. It feels really cold this morning. I don't think the heating's come on yet. Thought I would just bring you along with me for the day. There's nothing crazy happening today. I'm not going anywhere exciting. But I just thought I would show you my actual day-to-day life. I'm just making coffee. Where's my unflavoured creatine in my morning coffee? Mainly so I don't have to drink something else to get my creatine in, and you don't really notice it. Having been told with tea, you notice it, so don't recommend that. But yeah, it's essentially a normal Friday today, except for at 9 o'clock, Spaces for Girls Gonna Glow 9.0 go live, which I am very excited for. This launch I've been working so hard on, not just the actual launch itself, but my coaching. So I have just started doing a new qualification called the Health Mindset Coaching Certification. And it basically, I'm just going to add my caramel to my coffee. Basically, it delves into the psychology behind behaviour change to help clients to really understand the what's and the whys of what they do so that they can change their ingrained behaviours for good. And I've just started doing it, and I am so excited. So that's actually what I'm going to be doing for a lot of today, is studying for that. So yeah, I'm up early because I need to go for a run this morning. I need to get in my run, and then I'll be back and showered and ready before 9 o'clock in case anyone has any problems. Whenever I do a launch, I always think like something is going to go wrong, so I just want to be on hand to deal with any questions, any technical problems, because technology. So yeah, first up is coffee. Oh, which is very much needed this morning. I'm going to get back into bed and read for a little while with my coffee. I'm sure I do every morning because that's just the best way to start the day. But I'm reading, it's this month's book club book. It's called The Hike, and I'm just not loving it. It's fine, but it's not inspiring me to read. It's not making me want to pick it up. I'm reading it because I need to just get through it. It's just a bit, I don't know, it's just a bit far-fetched, to be honest, and it's not gripping me like a book often does. So I think I'm like 75% of the way through it, so I will try and finish that at some point today, if not over the weekend. Getting through the book slowly. Just don't love it. Wouldn't recommend. Especially if you are like trying to get into reading, because it's just not gripping. But my Kindle tells me I've got an hour and 22 minutes left of it, so that's not so bad. I will at some point today get that finished, I'm sure, and then I can move on to something a bit better. Just making my breakfast. I'm actually really not hungry this morning. I think it's because it's still early, but I cannot run without eating. I've only got an easy 7k to do this morning, which is quite nice. It is deload week, which has come at a very good time for me, because this week has been like manic with work, trying to get stuff done. So next week it's my birthday on Thursday, and then obviously it's Easter weekend, it's Good Friday, and whatnot, and I'd like to have my birthday off, and potentially Good Friday, we'll see. I don't actually have any plans, so I might just end up working anyway, but I want to know that if someone does want to do something, I can turn around and say yes, because I've got my work done. So I am this week just super busy trying to get ahead of myself, basically, tick off some of next week's tasks. so that I can have my birthday off and then maybe Good Friday as well. So yeah, I've been I've been like at my desk at 7:30 most days in the morning, just cracking on with working later to get bits done. So it's been quite nice having a lighter running load. This is my favourite breakfast ever. I literally don't think that I'll get bored of it. I've been having the same breakfast for a couple of years. But the base stays the same. Sometimes I change the toppings. So like in the summer I was mixing the Greek yogurt with peanut butter powder and then having banana and berries on top. But for the last couple of months I've just been having the Greek yogurt granola and then apple cooked with cinnamon. Look at that. Delicious. Honestly, it's like having apple crumble for breakfast. The best thing ever. Go and eat this and I'll read another chapter or two of my book. Really, really short chapters, which is good because it makes it easier to get through when you haven't got to slog through a chapter that takes like half an hour to read. And then I will head out. I know some people are like, oh, I can't eat before I run, or I have to eat like ages before I run. I can literally eat just before I run. Like I'm talking between me finishing breakfast and getting out, there'll be 20 minutes to half an hour. But that works for me. Obviously, everyone is different. I am someone that has to eat little and often. And like if I have, prime example, if I go to the gym and I've not eaten like recently, I will feel really weak. It happened a little while ago. I'd always on a Thursday I have a call between 9 and 10. And then I will head to the gym after that. So I'll get up and I'll start work early and then I'll have my breakfast, normally 8:30, sort of 8:45. But just that gap, so I will get to the gym, say, somewhere between 20 past and 10:30. That gap of like nearly 2 hours is too much for me. I will eat something at 10 before I go now. Because girl needs her food. I do. I'm just one of those people. I just need to eat. So yeah, I'm gonna have this and then let's run. I am very excited for this morning's run, and I'll tell you why. Because I've got some new shoes to try out. So on Sunday's run, I hit 700 kilometres in my old pair of shoes. And they say that you should change them every sort of 500 to 700 kilometres. Couldn't have hit bang on 700 if I'd tried. So I have gone for the Adizero Evo SL in bright pink and red. Very, very funky. Because you know the brighter the shoe, the faster you run. That's just physics, right? No, I've been eyeing these up for quite a while, but I'm not one to just buy stuff for the sake of it, because I want it. I was very much like, no, wait for my other ones to sort of wear out and then replace with a new pair. I don't have hundreds and hundreds of pairs of running shoes. I have one pair of carbon plated shoes. I've got the Saucony Endorphin Speed. I can't remember what version I've got now. Anyway, I've had them for a couple of years. I use them for racing and the odd speed run, so they've got plenty of life left in them. And then I have another pair of like everyday running shoes. So up to this week, I've had the Saucony Triumph 22s, which I actually highly rate as an everyday running shoe. Really, really cushioned, really comfy. But I wanted to try something new, and I have heard nothing but good things about these. So I am going to test them out with a nice easy 7k, perfect way to break them in and test them out. So yeah, look, still got the label on and everything, literally fresh out of the box. They came yesterday. Let's take that off. I just don't think that I've heard anyone say a bad word about them. And I got them in the sale on ASOS. They were meant to be 130 quid, and I ended up paying 88.50, which for a decent pair of running shoes is an absolute bargain.
I am just back from my run to a very purry, snuggly Winston, who always seems to miss me when I'm gone. And he's like, both of them, him and Arthur, are the most snuggly boys you have ever met. They purr so loud and you just love a cuddle, don't you? New shoes, absolute dream. Literally, like, I didn't feel like my legs were even doing the running, which was very, very nice because I am tired. Do you want to get down, darling? I am tired this week. I actually am worried that I am coming down with something. Like, I haven't been ill, but you know when you're just like, I feel like something's coming, and I am doing everything that I can to avoid that because, well, for starters, it's my birthday next week and I don't want to be ill on my birthday. But also I just don't do being ill. That's not a bit me. But yeah, I was glad that it felt like the shoes were doing a lot of the work this morning. Runner actually kept telling me to slow down because I was going too fast for my easy run, but I didn't feel like I was putting effort in. So that's always a positive. I'm going to take my hair out because it needs a wash desperately. I should have washed it yesterday, really, but I knew that I was running this morning, so I just thought that it was nicer to push it and then have it freshly washed after a run. Jesus, what is going on with that? Yeah, I'd rather wash it after a run than the day before, so we just shoved it up yesterday and hoped for the best, and it is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to wash it. I'm going to treat it to some purple shampoo as well today. Get the blonde a little bit brighter. He wants to investigate. Don't push it off! You little monkey. I told you he's being super snuggly today. Alright, come back a little bit. That's it. You don't care about the framing of the shot or anything, do you? We are off to a good start with Girls Gonna Glow. Spaces have been live for not even 10 minutes yet. And already 8 of them, let me just check. 8 of them have gone. Not even 10 minutes they've been live. That's nearly half of the early bird spaces gone. I'm buzzing with that. That is that's better than I had hoped it would go. I always get so nervous when I do a launch because I always just worry that no one's going to want it. Even though I know how good it is. I know the power behind Girls Gonna Glow and how much it can change people's lives. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't believe in it. But there's always just that little bit of me that worries that it's just going to go all tits up and no one's going to want it and everyone's going to hate me and I've not done a good enough job. I'm so excited for this intake because I know that it's going to be the best one yet. I know that I always say that. I do, because every one that I do, I try and learn something from the last one and I try and learn something new to put into the next one. I'm going to work my way through as much of that module today as I can. Got a few other bits to do. Got some 2 pieces of content left to edit. Not for next week, for the week after. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to get ahead of myself. I just try and be on top of things. I think there's a lot of coaches out there that don't take their businesses seriously. That don't take coaching seriously. Like, I know there are coaches out there that literally won't even pay the $10 a month for video recording software that I use to do my check-ins, because they don't want to spend that $10 a month. $10 a month. It's like £7 something. That's the price of what 2 coffees out. That's literally nothing to give your clients a better service. This particular coach that I know that does this keeps her check-ins to less than 5 minutes because that's all the free version will allow, and every so often has to delete them because it will only give you up to, I don't know, 50 videos I think it is at any one time, so I have to go through and delete them. 5 minutes, I don't think is enough time to deliver a decent check-in. Don't get me wrong, some of my check-ins will be under 5 minutes sometimes, but the majority of the time, they're anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes, depending on the client. I like to be thorough and go through. I don't like to just talk for the sake of it and ramble on because people are busy, but I like to deliver value. And if there's a topic that needs exploring, then I'm going to explore it in depth. I'm not just going to go, oh yeah, everything's fine, crack on, keep up the good work. That's not coaching. So yeah, I don't know what my original point was there. Basically, just that, yeah, I am invested in being a good coach. Like, I've just spent a decent amount of money on this course. Let's just say it's definitely more than $10 a month. Because I believe in being the best coach that I can be. I don't believe that I know everything. I believe that I am already a brilliant coach, but I believe that I can be an absolutely fucking magnificent one if I keep working at it. Because we are all a work in progress, right? And I always want to deliver the best for my clients, which is why I'm doing this course, and it's so fascinating already. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm actually going to get on with some work now. Oh my god, I got so carried away working and studying that it's lunchtime and I hadn't realised. No wonder I'm absolutely starving. It's only 10 to 1. I'm being dramatic. But when you had your breakfast at like 6:45 and you've been for a run and only had a little snack since, it's late for lunch. So I am just making an omelette. I actually don't remember the last time I made an omelette. Couldn't tell you. I'm notoriously crap at them as well. I find it really hard to flip. They normally end up more like scrambled eggs, but we're just going to roll with it. So I've just fried off onion and some mushroom and added a bit of ham. I put some cheese in as well. And the most exciting bit of my lunch, I found some mini hash browns in Aldi yesterday. On my shopping list, just total transparency, was actually veg to go with omelette, and I ended up with hash browns instead, which was not really the plan, but I saw these and I just thought, you know what, bloody love a hash brown, haven't had them for ages, so why the hell not? It's not like I haven't got the calories to use for them, so I'm gonna enjoy them. If I can flip it. Come on, I'm going to bring you closer so you can watch and see how this goes. Right. That's not going to go well, is it? Well, that's not terrible. May have overcooked the underneath slightly, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure it will taste good. Look how good these mini hash browns look. Stunning addition. Bit of a mismatched meal really, but never mind. Do you know what? I'm going to call today a very successful day. I have done everything on my to-do list, finished off all of my content. I have planned out next week, feeling good and ahead of myself, which is always a nice feeling, because now I can actually relax, enjoy Friday night, enjoy my weekend, without feeling guilty that I should have done more, because I know that I have done plenty. Finished my book. Yeah, not gonna lie, it didn't really get any better. The ending was not anything to write home about. But it's what it is. I'm not even sure that I'm going to go to the book club because it's actually on my birthday. And yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to go. But I wanted to have read the book because I'm not sure yet. I might go. To be decided. I am going shopping on my birthday, so I actually am feeling incredibly grateful. I was worried that I was going to be spending my birthday on my own. Mum and Dad have gone to Portugal. Rude, if you ask me. Missing my birthday. Don't worry, I've made sure they know that. But yeah, I was really worried that I was going to be spending it on my own because I don't have a partner. So, and it's a Thursday. Like it's midweek. People are ordinarily at work. But my lovely, my brother's lovely girlfriend has actually been incredibly kind and booked the day off work. She used her annual leave, which I know is precious for people. So I'm incredibly grateful to her that she has done that. So we've decided to go shopping, and then my friend Sarah has actually had her days off at work swapped around, so she's now off on Thursdays and Fridays. So she's off, and my friend Charlotte has also managed to wangle the day off. And she didn't tell me until fairly last minute because she didn't want to get my hopes up if it couldn't happen. So I'm actually really excited and just feel very, very lucky and very grateful that people are willing to spend their time with me. So I'm going to go shopping to Bluewater, which I'm really excited for. Had a little nosy in a couple of shops a couple of weekends ago, and there was so much good stuff in there. And I refrained from buying anything because I was like, well, I want to save it for my birthday. But it got me excited, thinking that there's going to be lots for me to, lots of nice things to buy, nice clothes. I don't really know what I'm looking for. There's a few things that I would definitely like I want to replace. I had the most lovely, comfy, platform sandals that I had for years. They were from New Look, and I had them for years, and last summer they literally fell apart. So definitely want to find a replacement for those because I just always wear them so much in the summer. They go with everything. They just look really nice, and they're something different from my normal sliders that I will wear on a day-to-day basis, because we know that I am normally all about the comfort. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And probably a few other bits and pieces as well. But I'm just I'm excited knowing that I am going to be able to take the day off guilt free to enjoy. I'm just plaiting my hair now. Dinner is in the oven. I'm having homemade cod and chips tonight. I will pretty much always go for homemade over a takeaway because takeaways are so expensive, and quite frankly, I find that a lot of them are just shit these days. Like fish and chips from a chippy, it's fine, but it's so expensive, and I just find that it's so greasy, and actually you just end up feeling a bit crappy after eating it. Whereas I get breaded cod fillets in Aldi, and then I make my own chips. So I say I'm having homemade fish and chips. I make my own chips, literally just chop up the potato into chip shapes, spray it with oil, salt and pepper, and then whack it in the oven for 50 minutes. So there's hardly a whole lot of skill or actual cooking involved. But they taste so good, and then cook some peas, and obviously tartar sauce because that just makes it. Yeah, that's in the oven. Well, the chips are at least. Plaiting my hair because then tomorrow I wake up, I take out the plaits, and I've just got nice wavy hair. So that's just happy days. And then it's not all. I find if I sleep on my hair without it being in plaits, I wake up in the morning and it's just sticking up everywhere. Like I will sleep on it funny, and then I've got to actually do something to it in the morning. Whereas if I spend a couple of minutes plaiting it, in the evening, then I wake up and I don't have to do anything. Not that I've really got a lot on tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. Continue my ramblings whilst I take my makeup off. I am earliest possible opportunity to take my makeup off and get into comfies. I'm going to be honest, I have just been in comfies all day since I had my shower after my run because it's been a work from home day, so why would I not be? But I'm don't really know why I bother putting makeup on, to be honest. I don't put much on. All I use is a Dermalogica tinted primer, a little bit of concealer, and then a little bit of bronzer because I'm pale. But it just makes me feel a little bit better, which is why I do it, I suppose. That's why we do a lot of things, isn't it? But I like to take it off, do my skincare. Even though I don't wear much, I always like to double cleanse. Do you know what? I'm just going to take you through my skincare routine. My skin's been quite good lately. The last sort of probably 6 months or so, it's really cleared up, and I have struggled with my skin for literally years and years. We're talking, how old am I? I'm about to be 33. Probably a good 20 years I have struggled with my skin. And yeah, I'm finally at the age of 33, sorting it out. So I use Paula's Choice cleanser, pore normalising cleanser for blemish prone skin. It's called Clear. I use that and I double cleanse with that. So that goes on twice. So we'll rub around, make sure we remove any traces of the day. I actually read a book on skincare. It must be like 2 years ago that I read it now. And it was by Caroline Hirons. Not sure how you say her name. Anyway, that was a game changer because I learned how to actually care for my skin, how to apply products, like the right what's the word that I'm looking for? The right order to apply them in. So obviously double cleansed, let my face air dry. Then I've got Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. So we put a little bit of that on. This stuff is brilliant, by the way. I actually tried to go through a cheaper version. Must have been just over a year ago, because I think it was just after I moved back in with mum and dad. I tried to go to something cheaper because it's quite expensive, but it does last a long time. And I will say that clearly it's worth the money because I've gone back to it. I just broke out using this different one, so that went in the bin, and I ended up having spent more money because I wasted the other product and went back to this one. So put that on, and then just a little spritz of rose water for hydration. Then we're going to let that air dry. And then, so once that's dried, I have got this Flourish serum from Florigy, which is actually a local company based in Faversham, which is the town that I live in. And the lady that runs it, she actually makes everything herself. And they brought this new product out. I think I got that at the beginning of September. So we're now October, November, December, January, February, March. We are nearly in April. So that is almost 7 months I've had that. I use every single day. I use it in the evenings. And it's still going. And honestly, the difference that I have seen in my skin is amazing from that one product. I feel like my skin texture is so much better. It's brighter. So I've the other day I actually panicked thinking that it was about to run out and placed an order for a replacement, but luckily it is still going. I think that's such good value. Something to last 7 months. I think that's really good. And then what do I do next? Next I've got succinic acid treatment from the Inky List. I think this one is actually about to run out. I have got another one, which I might need to get. Oh no, I squeezed a little bit out. And this I just put on if I've got a breakout, which I've got little bits around. So we pop that on.
And then I've got a little caffeine eye cream. I'm not really sure if this actually does anything, but basically, I feel like I have got massive bags under my eyes, and I don't know that I have. But I said this, I was having a chat to my friend Chloe, who does my lashes, and the last time she did them, she's like, Lauren, I think that's just your eyeballs, that line. So possibly, but anyway, we go with it. We use it because we hope that it makes us feel better and younger. Cause I'm getting on a bit now. Getting on. 33 next week. That's getting up there. But yeah, and then it turns out that literally after I'd had my lashes done, I felt so much better about my eyes anyway. So I'm very much looking forward to having those done again next week. Pre-birthday little treat for myself. I hadn't had them done for a good 2 years before I had them done in January, and I forgot what a difference it makes, because I can't be arsed with mascara on a daily basis. I just can't. Like, I don't really go anywhere and do a lot. And I'm just not one for makeup. I used to wear it all the time, and I don't feel the need anymore. Like, I'm quite happy to go out of the house without anything on half the time. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Like, old me, God, me in my early 20s, like 10 years ago, I would not have been seen dead without makeup on. But these days, I've got so much more, like, just confidence in myself. I don't really care. Oh, and finally, I realised I just put this on. La Roche-Posay, however you say that, Effaclar Duo Plus M, triple action, triple correction, moisturiser, anti-imperfections. I was using a CeraVe, is that how you say it? I'm never sure on my pronunciations. Who cares? You know what I mean. I was using a CeraVe moisturiser, but I just found it wasn't really doing it for me. So I switched to this, I think it was back in January, and I've been impressed so far. I found that my skin before was really quite oily, greasy with the CeraVe one. And I do get quite oily, greasy skin, which I'm hoping is going to do me a favour as I age and mean that I get less wrinkles, because my mum has always suffered with oily skin. But she looks incredible for her age. She turned 60 in January and she does not look it at all. So I'm hoping that is putting me in very good stead for my aging. But yeah, that's what I use. That's my skincare routine. So I'm going to go and shove my cod in the oven, give the chips a little toss. I've got to do that halfway through cooking. And then, do you know what? I am going to sign off here, because I'm then going to eat my dinner, watch Grey's Anatomy, and then I'm going to watch the football. Maybe read a little bit in between, because what is it now? 5:30. Dinner will be ready about 6. Football kicks off, I want to say 8 o'clock. So I'll probably have an hour-ish between. So I'm going to start my next book. I'm going to start The Wedding People. Can't remember who it's by, but I've heard lots of good things about it. So that's going to be my next read. And I'm hoping, praying, that it's going to be so much better than the one that I have just read. And I will get through it much quicker and just enjoy getting through it as well. Like, I read to enjoy. I don't read to be bored. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I will sign off. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.